Good morning, folks. Welcome to Hate Watch, the daily dose of dawn, that is, Hate Watch edition. Today we are talking about Andor, episodes 4, 5, and 6. I don't know if that's a normal thing that they're going to be dropping 3 episodes a week on us or what. I probably could have Googled that and found out, but I did not. So, I don't know. Somebody Google that and let me know in the comments section. That's about as good as there's going to get that information. Oh boy. And as you can see today, we're playing a little Mario Golf. I'm playing as Bowser Jr. Got the computer on the highest difficulty here, playing as Donkey Kong, so I will probably get slaughtered. Yep, I already see what he did differently from me. That was much better idea. Good job, Donkey Kong. Alrighty then, but Andor, oh my god, it's still going. Let me tell you, actually, these last 3 episodes I enjoyed more than like the last one. You know, I enjoyed more than Rape Wars. You know, that we were into last week. But, alright, so it starts out. We are now BB3, which is kind of interesting. I mean, so we just skipped ahead a whole year. I feel like we could have like had a whole season for a year and drained this, you know? Alright, so sure, whatever. It's BB3. Bix is having hallucinations and she needs to rest. Alright. Basically, that's alright. Alright, yeah. As usual, it's split up. So we'll kind of do that and then we'll in here. But alright. So Cyril, Dedra's husband, he is still on he's now on the Gorman, talking to Mom, who seems to be under the impression that Dedra left him. I don't know. I don't know if the mom is in on it, but basically he is trying to get himself into the rebels in Gorman. Okay. Now, it's kind of slowly thrown out. He makes his way in, makes contact with them, and it's found out that they want proof that the Empire is building an arms munition cache at the site of a Gorman massacre, where apparently Tarkin like murdered a whole bunch of unarmed civilians. Real friggin', for the hell of it. Oh, it was like protesting or something, but that's not really a great excuse. Let's see here. In the meantime, really, Cassian and Bix are really just talking about their PTSD. And the Gorman, Planet Gorman is definitely fallen to the blockade. It is working on them. That is also pointed out. And Luthen basically ends up sending Andor off to Gorman, is the end of episode 4. Maybe that's why they're doing 3 episodes a week. Because, yeah, when you put it like that, there really just ain't a whole lot happening in episode 4, except for a lot more setup. I mean, it's basically, it's alright. So Cyril and Dedra are like pretending to be, I guess, estranged, so that Cyril can get into the rebels and feed them bad information. Alright. that seems to be the point. Don't blow my bowl away. Okay, cool. Oh, yep, he did. What a jerk. If you're watching, listening to this on Spotify, there you just missed it. There, the little cloud thing blows my ball away, and it just did it to Donkey Kong too. So good. All right, so episode 5, Andor is going undercover as a tailor. Okay, because you know the Gorman weave, and going to Gorman as a tailor, it's a rite of passage. You know, so all right, yeah, and we get basically he does spy stuff. We learn more about the massacre and the Gormans feel about the thing, and basically the rebels' plan. He learns about the rebels' plan to prove that what the Empire's doing, so that hopes that Gormans will, you know, do something about it. Okay. In the meantime, Cyril is at his office, and the IFB is doing a tech sweep of his office, and he is acting like he is super fucking pissed about it. Of course, he's just acting because, yeah, like I said, he's trying to get in with the rebels. Now, basically, after the ISB sweep, he meets with the rebels again, and he's talking with the manifest like, hey, all it is construction material, you know? Not everything has a chart. And the guy is all like, you know, well, the ones that don't have a manifest, those are the ones we want. So he's gonna feed them. So basically, he's gonna feed them. And in the meantime, we are introduced to Saw Gerrera. Well, we're not introduced to Saw Gerrera, but if you've never heard of him before, then you're introduced to him here. But Saw Gerrera, played by Lawrence Fishburne, who is actually, that is pretty goddamn good casting. I'll give it that. So we see what his crew is up to. Alright. He's got a young recruit with him. Alright. And basically, well, not the young recruit, but another guy, right as they're raiding something for the Empire, Saw Gerrera ends up shooting this dude in the face right in front of the young guy. And the young guy's like, holy shit, what do you mean? And then they're like, here's the proof. He had an Imperial listening device on him. We're going to be long gone where they think we're going. So, hey, I mean, I could see where you'd probably trust that guy if he had that kind of proof. Alright. So, basically, Andor, I'm on hearing the plan and seeing what these guys got for resources and all that stuff. He's not impressed with this. He's kind of like, nah, dude, you guys like, nah, you ain't gonna pull this off. You're just gonna get motherfuckers killed, you know. So, of course, the Gorman is all like, yeah, well, we need you to do shit, not just advise. So, yeah. And, so, Andor leaves the planet, not helping out with the rebels. And we go back to Saw Gerrera, who is giving this crazy ass speech. I don't know, maybe I missed something, but I don't know what the fuck was going on, but he's like huffing gas or some shit. I don't know, but giving this crazy ass speech, and then his other guy, like, huffs the gas and he can feel it too or some shit. I don't know. And that is the end of episode 5. Oh, bam. Dick that out. Oh. Tell you what, folks. Telling you, game like Mario Golf, it takes some super concentration, man. Super concentration. It's like hate watching, man. Maybe I should have had another dubby while watching this. I'd know more about the hell Saw Gerrera's up to. Or maybe it just hasn't been revealed yet and I didn't notice it or thought I missed it. That happens. But oh boy, I tell you what, man, this dubby, it is delicious. And it helps with focus, energy. Oh, and you need to pay attention to stuff. You know? Like video games. You gotta pay attention to these things in order to be good at them, at least. Maybe you don't care. That's alright. But if you want to be good at video games, you know, you gotta focus at them. Maybe you don't want to be good at them. That's alright if you don't. But if you do, if you want to be good at video games or have that focus to do anything that you want to do, it's Dubby Energy Drink. That's what you need, man. Get yourself one of those, one scoop, one small scoop out of this big tub. Alright? One small scoop out of that big tub. That right there is a $4 energy drink. Bam. Let me tell you what, that is some good focus, mental clarity. Just like y'all saw, if y'all saw it last time, like, it was like spinach, like Popeye, like bam, I hit this, and then I was like hitting them all over the place, man. That's what you get with Dubby, alright? And of course, the best part, folks, you can get 10% off your order. Yeah, that's right. You just go dubby.gg. Alright? Or click the link in my description. Use the promo code TDDD. That's for the Daily Dose of Dawn. Alright? You click in that promo code, you'll get yourself 10% off. Alright? 10% off. That is amazing, ain't it? And you'll support this show. Keep this show going. Don't y'all want to hear what happens? Y'all want to hear what happens, so let's support the show. Well, all right, folks. We'll get back to hate watching here in a minute. Alrighty. Real quick, we got a second shot to take here. Bam. Look at that. Alright, so we get to episode 6. Oh, look at friggin', look at Donkey Kong with his chip and eagle. Wow, nice. Bam, alright, cool. Alright, episode 6. Andor. He's riding back to Coruscant with Luthen. And Luthen ain't happy. He's like, what the hell, man? It's like, you know, they already told me how it went. It didn't go very well. Why didn't you do it? And it's well, basically what the conversation ensues, it's the classic leader versus soldier perspective argument. Okay? Basically, Andor is given the perspective of the soldier of like, these guys are just gonna get themselves fucking killed. They don't know what the hell they're doing, and then the Empire is gonna like friggin' get even worse about it, over it, you know? That kind of shit. And Luthen is more thinking like, Yeah, let them do it, motherfucker. It'll draw attention to our cause. And then, like, this crazy rich planet, Gorman, will be, like, behind us. Be pretty awesome, wouldn't it? Which, yeah, I mean, it's not a terrible idea, but it's, again, kind of a dickish thing, so. Okay, so then. Oh, right. Back to episode 5 real quick. So there's a scene where Luthen talks to Bix about doing more and being left behind, and it's kind of weird because Bix is, because again it says like we need you healthy, and we still don't really know what's wrong with Bix. At least I don't. Maybe I missed it. I don't know. But all right, so Andor then goes and talks to Bix, and she tells about how she talked to Luthen, which pisses him off even more. All right. So he's back to Luthen. Okay. Oh, that's some crap right there. Just barely shy of the hole, people, with that one. Okay, then. We got a scene in which Dedra is told Cyril must never know of the true nature of his mission. So that's interesting. I don't know, maybe something from season 1 I'm supposed to remember that I don't remember, but yeah, maybe he's not totally on board with whatever it is they're gonna do. Whatever. Maybe Dedra's gonna do some crazy bitch shit. I don't know. Have him killed or some shit. We knew we could manipulate you because of your mom. Or some fucking shit. We looked for a dude with mommy issues. I don't know. Alrighty. So. We go to the party with Mon Mothma. And we get a glimpse of Bail Organa. That was a welcome little Easter egg. I mean, the first season did not give us any fan service at all. So, I mean, this is a bit of a surprise. It is also kind of leading people to theorize that maybe, like, one of the handmaids or some shit, somebody at the wedding, I guess, is, like, named Leda. So people are like, maybe it's Leia. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe. Okay. Let's see. So, at the party, though, we got basically Brennick and Mon Mothma having a little exchange while the rebels have to remove this listening device that if the Empire finds it, they're fucked. So they gotta remove it at the party. Alright? Let's see here. So, let's see. They do manage that. Brennick and Mon Mothma have a great exchange back and forth. You know, pretty much you see, that, while extremely political in nature, at least that was like a more well done. Like, it was more nuanced. That's my bitch. I don't care if they have politics, I just want them to be nuanced. So that's why I can like Brennick and Mon Mothma's exchange. But think like, I don't know, raping an immigrant in Star Wars is a little bit much. Alright, so outside, one of the rebels, there's this crazy thing that, again, like, I feel like I missed something, but they're outside in the guard, and there's a dude who's gonna go through no matter what, and there's, like, the guy's trying to stop him, and he's young, and he's not really all that experienced. So he's all like, oh, stop. And the guy's like, fuck you. I'm just going to go anyways. And he's got to shoot him. So he shoots him. And this ensues a giant thing. And, like, I don't know. There's a lesbian couple that was just introduced. Like, one of them gets killed because of it. And their lover is, like, really super mad at the dumb kid. This all seemed very shoehorned in, to be honest with you. Like, I don't know. I feel like that was going on before I even knew what was happening. So, alright. Okay, then. Well, alright. So they get the listening device out. Luthen and MM on their way out. Now there is a scene that I'm also again kind of confused if that was at the party or if this was somewhere else, but basically this Imperial officer walks in and does something, and Bix is like friggin' in there, and she's immediately like, get in the fucking chair, and it's like this BDS&M torture chair. And motherfucker gets in it, and he's all tied to it, and she puts this crazy thing on his head, like this saw fucking thing. It reminds me of the saw thing, but it doesn't clamp the jaw. It just, apparently, well, she turns it on, and it just, whatever the fuck that did. And then she took something, and then she leaves, and meets up with Andor, and they do the whole, like, oh, hey, dee, and press a button, and, like, blow up the building. So, I don't even really know what that was about, but I feel like, again, I might have missed something, but, that's why I usually end up watching shit like this twice. Oh, but that is the end of episode 6. And let's just take a quick moment, folks, to remind y'all, wherever you were watching this, TikTok, YouTube, Spotify. We are now on Spotify. Be sure you watch us everywhere. Check out all these places, man, because, some stuff you get here that you don't get there, If you really want to see everything, follow us on Twitch, because that's when you'll see the bloopers, because I'll be, like, live recording. So, there you go. Want to see me mess up? Watch me on Twitch, George Bush Camp Jr. Okay, then. Well, I don't know, folks. Final thoughts on this episode. Well, if I'm being honest, I mean, I think this was better. Well, okay, the story of these 3 episodes was better than the story of the first 3 episodes. The first 3 episodes had a lot of pew-pew. As compared to season 1, and now definitely continued compared to that. Like, the first 3 had a lot more action than this one did. This one didn't have a TIE fighter scene. So, it kind of really drags it down a little bit. But I will say, I enjoyed the story. The story didn't feel like I was really being fed too much BS. Even though it's the same thing. Oh, boy, am I gonna... Wow. Alright, for those of you watching on YouTube, because those on Spotify probably can't see, but I am just getting, like, the ball blown right back at me because of this friggin', like, cloud that is hanging. Oh, man, now I'm on a par 3 that's gonna totally screw me up. Yeah, I'm on stroke 6. Jesus. Oh, so it's gonna be another one of those. Oh, and I can't get out of the pit either. Well, folks, we'll just keep going with our final thoughts, though, on this. I mean, this, like I said, this episode was not. It was not. It was better story, but no real action. I don't know. I am hoping that we will get. I don't know if like Tuesday they're gonna release episodes like 9, 10, like 7, 8, 9 or something maybe. I don't know. Maybe. But alright, folks, I am gonna finish this hole off. Hopefully, not like, and it's not too much more painful, but it probably will be. And that'll be it for today. As always, keep up to date with what's going on with the daily dose of dawn. Look at that +6.